There is no business like show business. Somebody famous said that the showbiz is there for people just to have something to talk about. And somebody infamous said that the showbiz is not real business. Well, I've been in show business and on a stage since age of 5, and I see things differently. And how about my guest?
The ViaMia show is sponsored by the following people.
Recording, rehearsal space, voiceovers, video editing in Westminster. For more information, fiascobros.com. Cuts and colors in Uptown Westminster. We welcome our stylist George of Salon Caliente. For appointment, call 604-544-5104. Private investigations, security and alarm systems since 1972. For more information, call 604-251-2121. Makeup services for television, movie, and photo shoots. For more information, visit victoriawan.com.
Well, is show business a really easy business to break into? How easy or difficult it would be making a living being in a show business? These and many more questions going to be today for a tribute artist, Rick Valiant.
Good afternoon, Mia.
Hello.
Good to be back after, what, 3 years almost,
yeah.
Right?
So, yeah, you revealed the secret for those they didn't see you first time. So you were here in the first season. We talked about something else, but I'd like to focus on something what I already opened the show with. Hopefully you were listening carefully, my intro, because yes, that questions will be answered by you, hopefully. I said tribute artist. Tribute to whom?
Well, I pay a tribute to Frank Sinatra, and I've been doing so for the last 6 or 7 years now.
6 or 7 years?
Yeah, almost, 6 or 7 years.
Okay, when we say tribute, that is different than impersonate people, obviously. Or is there a difference?
Well, for me it certainly is, because I just pay tribute. I don't try to impersonate Mr. Sinatra. I don't think there's anybody out there that comes as close as how he performed, but we try our best.
Yeah, so do you pay tribute? That means you sing his songs?
I sing his songs with my voice.
Yeah. Well, I keep it, okay, because I quite like it. And we will hear you later on, right?
We're going to do a shoot or a live clip later on. And
that'll be wonderful.
I'm going to get you involved in it.
I'm looking forward to that. Good. So, tribute to Frank Sinatra, and now we would like to know why Sinatra. What is it about him that interests you so much?
Well, I guess I grew up with his songs, you know, through the 50s and 60s, listening to his music, or at least my parents and their friends were listening to his music, and gradually, you know, it was always in the back of my mind as well. And when I decided I was going to get into singing back in 2008, it just seemed to be a good fit for my voice and the style of song that I wanted to sing. I don't think I could be a rock and roll star.
You never know unless you try,
Unless we try, yeah.
Were you listening at the beginning when I was introducing the show? There were a couple of questions I asked.
Well, I slightly heard what you were talking about.
Oh, slightly heard. Okay, so I'm going to repeat them.
All right.
You've been in the show business for 7 years, and how easy or difficult is it to break into this business?
To break into it, well, it certainly is a lot of hard work, and you know, doing the right things at the right place at the right time. For me, I just went out there and started doing my own shows. That was my goal. Is okay. Well, if you want to put something together, you know, you get hired to do, you know, private functions and things like that. But my goal was to put together my own band, a big band, and perform in the old style theaters that, you know, the clubs, the dinner clubs that Sinatra used to sing in. Like the Sands, you know, when he did his shows in Las Vegas.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, it's
I'm sure a lot of people out there do know.
I like that you're bringing that kind of style music back.
Well, it's great music. I mean, there's more and more of it. You listen to a lot of the local radio stations now, and they're coming back more and more with the standards.
And okay, now the two questions I asked, you already answered one. At the beginning, I said, which I heard before, that people say, you know, when you have a talent, when you have a great voice, it should be enough. You got what you need. Now just stand on the stage, and it's just so easy to break into that. Do you think that the voice, good voice, it's enough for a singer?
Well, you can have a good voice, but you also have to have, you know, marketing skills as well. If you're not going to be doing your own marketing, you have to have somebody that can market you. You know, you look at a lot of the singers out there today, a big part of it is marketing. You know, they get their name out there, they're out there performing all the time. You know, we as, excuse me, as tribute artists, I mean, again, for myself, I just go out there and do as much as I can. I try to keep my name out there. I try to keep my voice out there.
So you're also your own promoter?
I do a lot of my own promoting, yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the most difficult part, at least I find it, to sell yourself.
Yeah, well, again, you know, the way we set it up, you know, I'm, as you know, I've been working with the Blue Morris swing band. Blue and I got that going, I think that was in 2010 or 2011 when I first met Blue. I said this is what I wanted to do, and we put together the band, or, you know, he put the crew together, and we just went out there and started renting stadiums, or not stadiums, but you know, different theaters around the Lower Mainland, and that's how I got going, and just because that's what I wanted to do. You know, it was just so put it all together, get out there and market and sell tickets.
Yeah, well, maybe you have that in you, that you can also sell. Not many performers can. A lot of performers have wonderful voice. They're wonderful as soon as they stand on the stage, but the workaround, which is so hard, it's lacking.
Well, there's a lot of work around it, for sure. And, you know, the marketing end of it, and getting out there, advertising your shows, and getting people to come out, and getting regular people to come back again, and spreading the word.
And now you started to talk about that, where you've been doing, what you've been doing, and can we just briefly talk about your past performances?
Well, the last couple of years we've been working at the Columbia Theatre in New West, which is a great little theatre. Barry Auckland and his crew out there, they've rebuilt that place, and it's just a wonderful setting for us. You know, it's around a 250-seat setting, so it's a good old-style cabaret, dinner, lounge, you know, that they used to sing in those days.
I need to interrupt you because you sent me some pictures, and I was going through them, and you said we can share them.
No, sure.
So can we?
Yeah.
Because I know. Okay, what is this? This doesn't look to me.
Well, that wasn't. Yeah, as you know, that was the presentation after your first show here on Shaw. You know, your first season, so we celebrated your
and your
with
involvement in the show, in the ViaMia
well, yeah,
show.
you got
me
also involved in the show as well. Now there's at the Columbia Theatre. That was just last January, doing a show with the Blue Morris band, and you know, I think I dropped a dime on the floor and I was looking for it there. And there's one of our tribute artists. I also I bring out several tribute artists and impersonators, and this is our friend Rob Miller, Buddy Holly, does a wonderful job. Eli, one of the best Elvis impersonators. Now he is an impersonator because he goes right down to everything from makeup and rings and costume.
Every movement.
Yeah, he's a champion out there. And then we had Roy Orbison. He's been at Gordon Rebellato has been at our shows a few times as well, so he's part of our show quite frequently. And there's our crew in the back, the singers that I had, and as you were there singing as well. So it was, yeah, that was, I think, our January show. And this was a show that we just performed recently in North Bay, Ontario, my hometown. So I went back there to do a Mother's Day, Father's Day, and so that was a great venue to play in as well. It was a venue that I always wanted to play in.
That was your dream, right?
My dream. And there we are performing at the Rock Creek Boundary Fair, and that was, I think, last September or so, right? So we had a great time up there. So again, a lot of private shows like that. And here is Manhattan in the background. I was at the Frank Sinatra Idol competition several years ago, and I think that year I placed second in that competition amongst about 16. And there's our good friend Frank Sinatra. He's kind of thin in that picture, but he's there. Yeah, so.
Well, he was thin when he was young.
Yeah, he was, yeah. So.
Well, you know what? That was great how you described every picture, but now I collected the information in my mind, so I'm going to go back to ask. So the main stage seems like it's in Columbia Theater.
That's been our highlight. The last, well, we've done the last 4 or 5 shows there because, again, it's just a perfect venue for us. And, you know, the crew out there is really good.
I think the setup is very good.
The setup is very good, yeah, it is. It's a nice dinner club, and we've had that several times where people come in, they sit down, and they have their drinks and eat, get ready for the show, and we put on the show, and during the intermission, we get to mingle with our, you know, our guests, which is a fun part of it too. It's not just getting up there and performing. We like to get out there and mingle with the people that come out to see us.
Yeah, I noticed that it's so different, and I like it that you, the audience, your people, they come to see you. I think they mean a lot to you.
Of course they do. I mean, without them, we wouldn't have a show. So, you know, we really depend on our people to come out to see us. And I say our people because it's people that come out to listen to that music. And when we put that show together with several different artists that are doing the show, it gives, we have a wider range that we're you know, we can bring people out for. Not just to see Sinatra. Yeah. They've got Elvis, and they've got Buddy Holly.
I know.
And
so when you perform, it's not your show only. You bring other talents.
I bring other talent out as well.
You spread their talents around, so people watch you, and I mean, it's great for all of you. You're helping them, they're helping you.
Yeah.
Yes, I tried to. I think I did help with my singing.
Yeah, you did
I'm
a great
involved
job
with your singing, you're involved with my show, so I think we kind of blend that, and we will talk about your involvement with this show a little later on. I know that you had a chance to see it already on the screen. I'm a little bit slow with announcing it, but yes, Rick's website is rickvaliant.com. Rick, I really like that you bring it. Do you bring usually more tribute artists or impersonators to your shows?
Well, most of the other gentlemen that have been out are all, I think I would call them impersonators, because as you see from the costumes that they are in, they really try to do like that artist did. You know, even we had a Dean Martin impersonator out there, one of our shows as well. So yeah, they all dress the part, you know, and they, right from the makeup and the dress, they copy the stuff that those artists.
And we haven't mentioned that the name of your project's called Songs of Sinatra.
The Songs of Sinatra, a tribute, yeah.
Songs of Sinatra tribute act, and about future possibilities we're going to be talking as well.
Yeah, well, just keep an eye on my website. We haven't, we were working on putting together a show for, you know,
December, obviously.
December, yeah, Frank Sinatra's around, Frank Sinatra's birthday. We're just working out there. With so many people involved, it's hard to get everybody there.
So if you remember the website, rickvaliant.com, you can easily find out if in a couple of month or so, Christmas is around the corner, we should be able to show what Rick can do, what he can bring, how is it to work with you as audience as well. But we will carry on more about this after the break.
All right.
The ViaMia show is sponsored by the following people.
Recording, rehearsal space, voiceovers, video editing in New Westminster. For more information, fiascobros.com. Cuts and colors in Uptown New Westminster. We welcome our stylist, George of Salon Caliente. For appointment, call 604-544-5104. Private investigations, security and alarm systems since 1972. For more information, call 604-251-2121. Makeup services for television, movie, and photo shoots. For more information, visit victoriawan.com.
Well, we're back with RICK VALIANT, the tribute artist. We're discussing his growth, his growing in the path of what he chose, the passion. It is definitely your passion.
It's certainly a lot of fun.
One of the pictures we were watching, you were in New York. So you were part of the Sinatra...
The Sinatra Idol tribute competition, they call it.
And you said that you took the second prize home.
I came in second one year when I was down there. I've been down there a few times, but yeah, it was...
That's a great accomplishment.
It was a lot of fun because, you know, being in Frank Sinatra's hometown, you know, around where he used to sing, and I went into all the little bars that he sang in and met a lot of people from, you know, that knew him from back there as well.
And you said how many?
That year, I think there were 16.
16. So at least you see, was anybody from Canada?
No, I was the only Canadian that year, so
look at this.
It was kind of different, yeah.
Wow, nicely presenting your country.
Yeah, it was,
keep doing it, okay?
Yeah, we didn't get gold, but silver was pretty nice.
That's still wonderful.
Yeah, it was.
You took place, that's great. Rick, I know that, like we were saying, that you are trying to do as much as you can in your singing. You do a lot of, you're planning a lot of future events. We were mentioning that there is possibility to see Rick in Columbia Theater this year, towards the end of the year, hopefully. Just watch his website, because we did a couple this year, and they had extremely successful. People really like that kind of style of cabaret. It's open. It's not only singing. It's a lot of life stories, how people got where they are. Right, to that.
That's right, yeah. And, you know, we try to involve the audience as well and talk to the audience. And like I said, we get out there and talk to them and mingle with them during the breaks and try to involve them in the show. It just makes it a lot more fun.
Before I ask you the question that concerns the other part of the show, which we're talking about this show, I have one question. How do you deal, if you ever have stage fright, how do you deal with it?
We all get stage fright. Just before we walk onto that stage, everybody, you know, your chest lifts up, and you know, if you don't feel that little bit of a nervousness, anxiety, yeah, you know, but it's when we get out there, as soon as the music starts, that all goes away. You know, it's just, you're just up there to have fun. And that's what we do. We try to make sure that our shows are fun. We have fun with our audience. And
how do you deal with mistakes, missing words, or occasional missing a song and starting mixing up songs?
I've done that several times, yeah.
And I was there, so
I've done that several times. But it's just, again, it's just more of the interaction that I can have with the band and with the audience. I mean, when you hear that laughter from the audience, you know, people are having a good time.
As long as you don't see them leaving. Right?
Exactly. They don't get up and leave, and, you know, and we play along with it, or I have to play along with it. You know, that's part of it.
And now I have to step to the other part. You are involved with this show. This show's open 6th season, and you were right from beginning in it. As
well, yeah, I got, I don't know if I got dragged into it, but you needed somebody one day, and so you said, well, you come and help me with the show.
You're the only one available?
I was the only one available, so yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, you know, being part of this show, because it helps in all the things that I do as well, setting up my shows.
Well, that's what I wanted to know. Did you learn anything?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, just
did you bring anything to your singing part?
Well, the singing. I mean, it's just being, you know, we're on a stage here. We're on a stage, and
I know, but did it help you with anything when you?
Of course, it did. It just makes everything more natural. You know,
it's a practice.
Practice. I mean, we're up on stage. The cameras are there. We're doing things, and
there is not only local plays you work. I think that we want to share something. We did.
Well, yeah, we did something pretty interesting. We were down in Las Vegas recently, and we got to go and visit one of the places that I've been to several times, where I go to buy stuff from that era. I've purchased a lot of Sinatra memorabilia. So
I think that we should share it. I think this is the time.
Well, yeah,
this is a short video clip for locals. They like to visit once in a while. Beautiful Las Vegas.
Look at this.
So I escaped the hot weather, but I really love it here. We don't have this in Vancouver. And I'm standing here with the owner of the Lost Vegas antique shop, Rich.
Well, we've been in town selling for over 20 years. This location, 5 years.
So 20 years.
20 years, yes. We were 12 years at the Tropicana Hotel.
Okay.
We had a gambling museum and store.
Oh.
And then 7 years over on Main Street with a big antique mall. And then this is a conglomerate of all crazy things from Las Vegas and gaming and the old hotels and entertainers of the past.
How was it, if you can compare then and now, the interest of people when they're looking for one?
Well, we always want what we don't have, can't have. And we all like to go in the past.
Yeah.
So our visitors and guests from all over the world missed out on a lot of the Sinatra and the Sands and the Dunes and the Rat Pack and the gangsters, and now it's corporate America, and it's kind of sterile.
So is it difficult for you to bring this kind of thing?
Well, it is, because once it's gone, it's gone. There's no more, original stuff.
And collectors, they won't let it
Right,
go.
right. And see, in the old days, there wasn't cable TV and advertising. So your advertising was on a book of matches, such as these from the Sands Hotel.
Can we?
Yeah, sure. And, they wanted you to take that stuff home, the ashtrays and the glasses and the cocktail stirrers. And, they wanted you to advertise it in your house, and your friends would say, okay, the Sands Hotel.
Yeah, this is our little amateur video, and it was fun there.
It was a great place, great
That
shop.
was the place where you always shop your props and everything when you go on a stage. That's
when I'm down in Vegas, I always get out there to see what else he has, because he has, and I tell him all my other impersonator guys go down.
And you go perform in Las Vegas as well? This wasn't just a trip.
I had an opportunity to perform in Las Vegas, in old Vegas on Fremont stage, and that's been a lot of fun as well.
Tell me, you are as executive producer of the show. If you can briefly say, what's your responsibility? What do you really do? Because I don't see you.
Whatever you tell me to do, I do.
Oh, okay.
From setting up the tables and getting out here and making sure that you're on time for the show and getting you ready.
Oh, I thought that's my responsibility. Okay, well.
Keeping an eye on everything. And
many times I see, because I can't be on the two spots behind and in front of cameras, I see there's a lot, I mean, it's fun. You guys are laughing, and you too, and I don't know what's going on in the control room.
You've got a great crew down here, so the Shaw crew down here is helping you out all the time as well. So it's just fun to watch it all.
Rick, before we let you go, I want you to sing, because that's what was your promise. We're going to do live performance.
Perfect.
But hopefully I have just a brief question, just time for one question. Comparing your involvement in ViaMia show and singing, is it anything that attracts you more?
Well, obviously, the singing is great, but the involvement with the show has been a lot of fun as well. We've done your radio shows, the TV shows, and it's also helped to bring you into my shows and do the shows.
I have the funny feeling that the singing prevails still.
I love to sing.
And that's why we're going to hear it right now. Why don't we just
go back to the other studio and put a song in?
I know you need my help, so
all right. Yes, I want you to help me on this one.
And we'll see you later on.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except Mia and me. So set 'em up, Mia. I got a little story I think you should know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. I got the routine, so put another nickel in that machine. I'm feeling so bad. Won't you make the music dream? sad. I can tell you a lot, but you got to be true to the gentleman's code. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. You'd never know it, but Mia, I'm kind of a poet, and I got a lot of things to say. But if I seem kind of gloomy, you simply gotta listen to me until it's all talked away. Well, that's how it goes. And Mia, I know you're getting anxious to close. So thanks for the cheer. I know Shaw is getting ready to kick us out of here. But this torch that I found, it's gotta be drowned, or it soon might explode. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. That long, long road. So long, Mia.